Fun fact first, ancient Cameroon was Poppin. Yo Cameroon! The country with the shape of Africa's boot kicking since forever. This place has been a hub of activity for millennia, long before modern borders were drawn. Imagine a land bustling with life, creativity and innovation, where ancient people were already making their mark on history. Did you know this place was booming even before history decided to write things down? That's right. Ancient Cameroon was a hotspot of human activity. Archaeologists have uncovered evidence that suggests people were living here and thriving in ways that would make even today's urban planners jealous. Archaeologists found some stone tools in Cameroon. These tools aren't just any old rocks, they are sophisticated instruments that show a high level of skill and understanding of the environment. It's like finding an ancient Swiss Army knife, but cooler. These tools are old, like really old. We're talking tens of thousands of years old. To put that in perspective, these tools were around long before the pyramids of Egypt were even a blueprint. It's mind-blowing to think about how advanced these early Cameroonians were. We're talking older than your uncle's jokes about dial-up internet. These tools have seen more history than most textbooks can cover. They are a testament to the ingenuity and resilience of the people who made them. This proves people were chilling in Cameroon, inventing stuff, probably complaining about the weather, just like us, thousands of years ago. They built homes, created communities, and developed technologies that would lay the foundation for future generations. These early Cameroonians weren't just messing around with rocks, they were pioneers in agriculture, art, and trade. They cultivated the land, created beautiful rock art, and engaged in trade with neighboring regions. Their contributions were significant and far-reaching. They were farmers, artists, and traders. They built communities. These communities were vibrant and dynamic, with a rich cultural heritage that has influenced the region for centuries. They laid the groundwork for the diverse and thriving society that Cameroon is today. They had their own beliefs and customs. These early Cameroonians practiced rituals and traditions that were deeply rooted in their understanding of the world around them. Their spiritual and cultural practices were an integral part of their daily lives. Basically, they were living their best lives, long before Instagram made it a thing. They celebrated life, built strong communities, and left a legacy that continues to inspire us today. Ancient Cameroon was truly poppin'. The OG Cameroonians, the original inhabitants of this land, were a diverse and vibrant group of people. They lived in harmony with nature, developing rich cultures and traditions that have been passed down through generations. Before the Europeans showed up, Cameroon was already a bustling hub of activity. The land was divided into various regions, each with its own unique identity and way of life. Fast forward a few centuries, and Cameroon was a melting pot of different ethnic groups. From the coastal regions to the highlands, each group brought its own customs, languages, and traditions, creating a rich tapestry of cultural diversity. We're talking over 250 languages. Imagine the sheer variety of dialects and the complexity of communication. Each language represented a unique cultural heritage and a different way of seeing the world. Imagine trying to order a pizza in that chaos. The markets were bustling with activity, filled with the sounds of haggling, laughter, and the vibrant energy of daily life. It's like the United Nations of Africa, but with better music. Traditional music and dance were integral parts of life, with each ethnic group contributing its own unique rhythms and melodies to the cultural mosaic. You had the Sao civilization flexing their architectural skills around Lake Chad. These ancient builders left behind impressive ruins that still stand as a testament to their ingenuity and craftsmanship. Then there were the Bamileke people, known for their intricate masks and sculptures. Their art was not just decorative, but also held deep spiritual and cultural significance. Don't even get me started on the Fulani herdsmen roaming around with their cattle like they owned the place. These nomadic people were masters of the pastoral lifestyle, moving with the seasons to find the best grazing lands. Spoiler alert, they kinda did. The Fulani were not just herdsmen, they played a significant role in the cultural and political landscape of the region, influencing the lives of many other groups in Cameroon. Colonization, chaos, scramble for Cameroon, more like scramble for my patience. The late 19th century was a time of intense competition among European powers, each one eager to carve out their own piece of the African continent. Cameroon, with its rich natural resources and strategic location, became a prime target. The so-called Scramble for Africa was less of an organized race and more of a chaotic free-for-all. And then came the Europeans. They arrived with grand ambitions and little regard for the people who already lived there. They saw Africa as a blank canvas, ready to be painted with the colors of their empires. Because what's a good party without some uninvited guests, right? The Europeans treated the continent like a grand banquet, each one grabbing as much as they could without any consideration for the existing cultures and societies. First it was the Portuguese, sniffing around for spices and slaves. They were the early birds, setting the stage for what would become centuries of exploitation and colonization. Then the Germans decided to crash the party, claiming Cameroon as their own little slice of the African pie. They established their rule with a heavy hand, building infrastructure that served their needs while exploiting the local population. Let's be real, colonization was a mess. It was a brutal system designed to extract as much wealth as possible with little to no regard for the well-being of the local people. It was exploitation, forced labor, and a whole lot of cultural misunderstandings. The colonizers imposed their own systems and values, often with disastrous consequences for the indigenous populations. Imagine someone coming into your house, rearranging your furniture, and telling you it's for your own good. That's essentially what the colonizers did, disrupting established ways of life and imposing their own order. Yeah, that's colonization in a nutshell. It was a period marked by greed, exploitation, and a profound lack of understanding or respect for the people whose lands were being taken over. The legacy of this period is still felt today, as nations continue to grapple with the long-term impacts of colonization. Section 4, Freedom Fight Cameroon says, nah, we good. But guess what? Cameroonians are resilient people. They fought back against colonial rule. From peaceful protests to armed resistance, they made it clear that they weren't about to be anyone's colony forever. Finally, in 1960, Cameroon raised its flag high and declared independence. Freedom at last. Time to pop some bottles. Section 5, Post-Independence Party. Kinda ups and downs, mostly ups. We're optimists. Now, independence doesn't mean everything magically becomes perfect. Cameroon, like any other nation, has had its fair share of challenges. Political instability, economic struggles, you name it. But through it all, the country has persevered, making strides in education, healthcare, and infrastructure. Section 6, Culture Club. From Makossa music to Jollof rice, we got it all. Let's talk about the good stuff. Cameroon's vibrant culture. This is the land of Makossa music, a genre so infectious it'll make you want to dance even if you have two left feet. We've got colorful festivals, delicious food, Jollof rice, anyone, and some of the friendliest people you'll ever meet. And let's not forget about Cameroon's literary giants like Mongo Betty and Calix the Bayala, who've given a voice to the voiceless through their powerful words. Section 7. Cameroon today, still standing, still vibing. So, where is Cameroon today? Still standing strong, facing the future with that same resilience and optimism that got them through centuries of change. It's a country on the move, a melting pot of cultures, and a reminder that even in the face of adversity, the human spirit, much like a good plate of jollof rice, always finds a way to prevail.